Hello and welcome back to Going Medieval. We have built our inn, made it nice and fancy and looking oh so good over here. Maybe change out some of these upper logs, but it's coming together. The town is coming together. Today, our big goal is to kind of get rid of this forest here and put in a church. We reworked the garden yesterday. We built out the stone walls. We built the inn, and we did a lot of decorating. And we got a couple new bodies. A couple new bodies have joined us in as well. So it's been perfect. And we got a little raid here from Unknown Host. Thank you so much, dudes. Welcome on in. Welcome to our little medieval village that's been humming along ever so bit by bit. We are a little place on the edge of the valley. We're about to get attacked by some cannibals in a moment. So your timing is perfect. June Asps, Beaveridge, Night Fury, Unknown, thank you so much. How has your colony been going? You been having a lot of fun? I've been absolutely loving this game. I didn't think I was going to be so, instantly hooked into it, but I've been having just a great time. Really enjoying it. I am seeing our limestone fences here are not quite finished, so I am also going to come out here and just dig up just a wee bit more limestone from the old limestone quarry. The limestone and iron quarry, I should say, I guess. Truth be told, we should probably unlock higher level armor and higher level weapons. Because we could, with this much iron, we could make some absolutely nutso stuff, so. Making our hive a castle on the hill? A hive, you say? I like the sound of that. I need to move all the animals, so I do think I am going to just wicker fence off our garden here. And then we can probably add some gates. There is one gate there. Why don't we add a secondary gate over here so that there's a way for these guys to get in as well? Seeing as that is the access to our tower as well. And then we can say animal pen marker. Pen marker and trough. You know what, let's put the pen marker right in the middle. And the trough we can just slide in right here. Is it as nice as where the animals currently live? No. But we could plant some trees. Seeing as we're going to be getting rid of all this, we have the birch, we have the oak, the field maples. We could definitely set up a few of these. I like the birch being around the church, so I think we'll go oak and field maple probably. And at some point, I am also going to have to finish these walls. Because we've been kind of putting those off. Being a little bit lazy about it. So let's slap in just a sheet of oaks there. We also have Scots pines and walnut trees. Oh, you know what? Walnut trees take 10 days to grow. Oh, it does bear nuts. Maybe we could just plant some walnut trees around, and they would also drop food, potentially, which the animals could eat. I like that idea. And we'll figure out the bits and pieces as we go. Might or might not be 10 levels underground, starting to build that deep down. Very labor intensive. Dude, oh, I love that. You're dwarf fortressing it. Yeah, I decided to go above ground and build sort of this classic medieval village. We are trying to build a little castle down here, though. I haven't had a lot of time to build it up. And I have a goal, which is for building a church up here as well. But we had this incredible, I got this map roll with this amazing river bend. And I just said, oh, this is too cool not to use. And that was it. The decision was made almost instantly. I think probably after this raid comes through, we should tear down this wood wall and build up stone. I think that would be smart. You know, I think that would be a good idea. I still don't have enough dirt to finish up all this little bits over here, but it'll come in over time. I wouldn't mind just fixing up some of this visuals up here on the top row as well. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I guess you should be a tall pillar. You can be a wide pillar. Long pillar. You gotta have the look. I always say half the fun of these games is decorating. And I believe it's important. I'm a firm believer in the importance of decorating. If you're going to make a place, make it look nice. Nice. Love the fact you have the river line. It's a great map. Yeah. Yeah, we did a few rerolls until we found this map. And then I really just fell in love with it pretty quickly. So you guys have all this fencing in. I want to say that means... Okay, we just got to get this little section here. Here is another question. We actually haven't set up Paul's new layout. We did rename a couple of people from chat. For anybody watching on YouTube that might be a little bit confused. Paul, we also got Plus. Paul is really good at not shooting anybody. I don't understand here. Nobody is equipping the clothing. Do we not have enough? I have outfits here. They can store 2, either headgear, hats, body armor, or clothing. Yeah, well, this is not the most convenient system. Let's put you guys on high. Those can be on very high. I will say no flimsy and nothing under 50 HP. Like, we have tons of leather. We have tons of summer stuff. We're going to have to set up a better system for all this clothes. Better storage. Storage in general is something we have a bit of a nightmare of. Now, there's no reason why we couldn't, say, dig a basement. And I suspect that's probably what we're going to have to do. It's basements and second floors is really what everything is becoming, so. Might be a bit janky having to equip and drop stuff we don't want. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing a lot of the, the clothing automation is struggling. And I don't know if, like, force unequip is the answer here. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. Now, basically, nobody's wearing anything. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I tell you what I'm just going to do. I'm going to say, can you make 10 winter clothes? Can you make 10 summer clothes? Can you make 10 caps? Can you make 1, 2? We have 3 soldiers. So I'd like to make 3 light helmets out of whatever. I'd like to make 3 armors. I'd like to make 3 bucklers. And I would like to make way more gambesons. 1, 2, 3, 4 gambesons. And let's see how they do with that. We have 2 hours until people show up, and I've just stripped all of my clothing off of my people, so... So that's going to be fun. Literally all of my armor I just stripped off, yeah. I hope you can all figure that out. I am going to draft and undraft you and see what you all do. Most of you are praying. So I'm going to say that that didn't really work quite the way I wanted, but... Male helmet, male armor. Is that where we go next? Did I play it all before 1.0, or is this your first time? This is my first time with it. I just played a lot of RimWorld with very heavy medieval mod sets, and it feels extremely similar, which is a compliment. I feel like they nailed the formula well. Now, do we save up for religious structures too? Church of Restitution wall. Oak Brethren idol. Or do I get armor? Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. Or do I do something like get swords? Honestly, I think armor is the answer. This violent extortionist has arrived. Thankfully, I have another 24 hours until he decides to attack with his homies. I think I'm probably also just going to ignore him. He's in one of the most annoying spots on the map to get to, so... And low-key, I'd kind of like my guys to just do whatever they're doing. Paul here is still, like, bleeding. You have minor chest lacerations and a mild concussion. Could you just wake up and help him? No? Yes? Yeah, you can do that. Just be, maybe it'd be a good idea if he wasn't bleeding all of the time. You know? Okay, our pen is also made here, so I am gonna get rid of you, and I think I'll just, like, relocate this trough. We can have 2 troughs over here. I think it'll be helpful if we have the extra stuff going on over there right now, so... Libby, welcome back. Went to the dentist? Ooh. I also don't like going to the dentist. Not my favorite place to be. And I've had a bunch of, like, tooth work done in recent years, so they're definitely way more than I want to be. Candelabras, candle sconces. It has occurred to me that this inn, outside of that fire, doesn't really have any lighting. So I'm going to put just some sconces in to brighten up the place. Is that enough? That might be enough, honestly. With that fire pit there. I think we could survive off of that. Mysterious gift. Jesting Jester. You have left a bunch of clay at the edge of my settlement. Is it easier to go to the quarry? We don't really need a lot of clay right now. We have like 650 clay bricks, but the nice thing about that is clay doesn't really go bad. So if we need clay, we can go get that, which is super handy. 200 clay, not bad. Better than 100 human skin hats. It most certainly is. Not a big fan of all the human leather goods I've been getting. Just an outrageous amount of them. Nice. Okay, you guys are moving stuff over. What was the other thing I did not do? Was Paul, I did not set your jobs. You're a pretty good doctor. You're the one with green thumb, aren't you? Yeah, so you're really good at growing. You're also extremely good at animal husbandry. You're a terrible cook. Don't ever do that. You're decent at crafting. You're an okay smith. You're an okay tailor. I do like alchemy and research, but I'm going to put that down on a 4. All right. That's not too bad. That ought to keep him busy. Armorer 2. This is what I said I was going to get? I sure hope so. You're making 3 light hats. You're going to be making a lot more than that, actually. I want you to make 3 mail helmets and 3 mail armors. Do I need bucklers at all? Technically, I only need 2. Gio's already got one. Oh, it's about to break, though. All right, we're going to put that stuff up. How's everybody doing for clothing? You haven't seemed to figure out how to do any of it. Is it because it's summertime? You have a heretic crown. I think that's the problem. I think I only have winter clothing. I have no summer clothes. So I'm going to take all of those wicker fences. Take all of those wicker fences and get rid of them. And then we have a bunch of farm areas here too. Really struggling to see them. Birch, oak and maple. We're also going to get rid of these zones. If I can. I guess something I could do here is turn off treetops. That would make sense. Ironically, if you turn off treetops, you cannot select trees. So all these other mature trees that need to go. I'll let those maples in the back. Actually, let's turn those into birch trees. And I'm basically going to cut down everything out here. If you're a mature tree, you're going. Eventually, this is all going to go. Basically, as soon as we start the construction, but I can thin it out in the meantime. And just leave the rest to grow up a little bit more. And then we got lots of extra wood. Most of your stuff gets eaten by animals or the booze. People trying to have a party in your colony. Oh man, we've gotten a few major booze deliveries from Twitch gifts. It's been very comical, honestly. Hard to say no. The dubious booze deliveries. Lightning strike. But where? Uh-oh. Ah! Chio. Just running through the flames. They are going to firefight this. This is close enough to the city that they're going to fight fire with water. You guys are working on a little bit more of that limestone. Yeah, Chio did get himself burned pretty bad there. Make ready for battle. Attackers approach in 2 hours. We'll see how that goes. Depends a lot on where they come from. Yeah, Paul and Plus have like no melee skills, so. Fingers crossed we can keep them out of it. 9 enemies have appeared. Get him, Grizzly Bear! Get him! You must be hungry. You're not hungry at all. An incursion! Oh, that Grizzly Bear is coming down, though. Fight! Fight, Grizzly Bear! No. No such luck. So they're all going to cross that river, which means actually this tower is kind of useless in this fight. Unfortunately. We can wait a little bit, just because it's not really like a super direct path. It's kind of a crazy way to get down here. All right, that should be good. So, I mean, everybody needs to go. Jareth, Half Pint, Ein Troll, Beniti, Christy, Dr. Sean, and Chiu. Also going to be here. You know what I really should have done? And I guess it's probably too late to do this right now. But were I to build a brazier, archers near the structure can use flaming projectiles. Either you guys go to construction? You're construction 8. You're construction 8. If I move Dr. Sean off of that. I might be able to get him to do this. No, you don't construct. Oh, because you're the green thumb. Well, I mean, at construction 8, though. I could at least put you on a 5. We got like 4 bowmen around. You. They're gonna start coming on in. You are gonna bring up the iron and actually start working on that. I don't know if you'll get it built in time. It doesn't really look like it's the case. Oops. Hold ground. Christy, Dr. Sean. Hold ground, hold ground. Archer Gregor is dead. This guy's going for the wood he needs to do this attack. I am a bit worried because he is kind of in a bad position. I wonder if maybe I shouldn't just run him inside the inn. Close that door behind you. I don't know where this guy's going. Dr. Sean has turned 47. Chio has turned 51. What are you doing? Is he breaking my gallows? He's an archer. Our settlers are cold, but they are absolutely just like dummying dudes with arrows here right now. Y'all are fighting off the crew of them. The other archer is up. This guy has some serious armor, Edmund. Can we capture you? Oh, there's another person still out there. Boom. Mega headshots. Wow, we are really bad at hitting you. Oh, it's improving. Victory! All of our settlers have survived the raids. 8 sworn enemies have died. Jareth was the bravest of the settlers, dealing the most blows to the foe. Not a surprise with that longbow. Chio took the most damage from the enemy, thinking only of defending Turktopia, and blocked the most hits. Java has surrendered. They have a short sword, a kite shield. It looks like a pretty good helmet. And we actually have a jail. Will you escort to cell? Hell yeah, buddy. Renown. Military renown. Your military renown has increased. Birds sing of our might and valor, embroidering our every deed. I don't know where we see renown. Oh, cool. You can see all your history up here. This guy is just like bleeding all over the place. Halfpoint's like, no, you get in the jail first, and then we'll think about tending to you. You know what? You're also bleeding. Who are my doctors? Plus is a doctor, Chio is a doctor, and Christy is a doctor. A lot of you guys are bleeding. So, Plus, I'm going to get you awake to start tending to wounds. Because that guy's like the most dead. And then I suppose, what do we have? A flimsy great helm, a kite shield, a short sword. It's all flimsy. We'll strip all these guys, and then that's 8 more enemy corpses. Do we want to try the pyre? How many people do you think we can throw on a pyre? Or do you think we need like one per? My pile of graves is really getting quite a bit larger. 1, 2, 3. Can't put one there. You can't dig in rocky soil. Four, 5. This is just going to be all unmarked graves pretty soon. At the rate we're going. 6, 7, 8. All right. We'll see. Gonna run out of space if we don't burn them. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. You know what? When we build the church, we'll build a pyre area so that, you know, we can have our actual graveyard in the back, but then we'll build like a nice, you know, 4x4 spot to throw a pyre on. And then anytime we have criminals after that, raiders, we can chuck them onto the pyre. Send their souls to the restitutionist god. Easier to eat them. And then make hats out of them. You raise a good point. All right, I know I said I was going to replace this wall right away, but we do need the limestone for the first layer of the church, so methinks let's make a plan for that. Also, what do I do with prisoners other than execute them? Permanently hostile. Elf shot. You were shot by fairy arrows. You are a churl and a washout. Well, you really do suck. Shackles? I don't have any shackles. You're a really good smith. Oh, it's just, sorry, you're from the Ravagers, and the Ravagers are permanently hostile. You're really passionate about being a bard. Like, you're a really good smith. Arrowsmith plus 12. A merciful arrowsmith. The minstrel of Blencago. You had the voice of an angel and the memory of a druid. Her spellbinding tales and sweet lullabies earned her the honorary title of minstrel. Motor function 15. Mood target. Sorry, I have a fence breach. Mood change. Negative social interactions. Positive social interactions. Oh, and if you get wet, you become miserable. I mean, I'm still going to try to recruit you. Because everybody is an extra settler. Thankfully, the fence breached on the side that I don't care about. I guess now that we have a lot of extra fences, it's not always the fences over here that are going to breach. Also, I set it up that if these fences breach, they just end up in this area, which is also fenced in. So, sell them to other colonies, force labor in the mining camps, to the gallows. Listen, I mean, we need a good smith. Chio's smithing is 7. Chio is our best smith right now. This character is 17. And I have a lot of armor to make. Like, I just unlocked all that armor. You're exhausted. Could you figure it out? I mean, you've got a nice bedroom. Okay, all my fences are down. They are still rendering shadows, but, you know, one problem at a time. This is the room we have to build a church in. It has also occurred to me, on top of those rendered shadows, the music is doing that thing again, where the music just keeps looping, even though combat is over. So unless we want to sit here and hear dum 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 the entire time we build this church, which, you know, is very Warhammer church, but I think I'd rather some regular music. And we can plan this baby out. Limestone block walls. I'm going to do limestone block on the bottom floor. I'm going to do clay above that, since we have a little mixture of both. Aerosmith plus Bard, helping people walk this way and dream on. Get out. Get out of here. How dare you bring that to my chat? You devil. This is perfect. We can do like a pathway, 3 chairs on both sides. I'm gonna do a classic church. Now, I guess classic would be a cross, which I'm not gonna do that. So when I say classic church, I mean I'm gonna do a big, ugly block. But I am also probably gonna do like, oh, how big is the staircase? Is it 3? I have to do this bigger. I gotta do it bigger. Go figure. Boom. Dum dum dum. Ba-da-dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Now, I don't know how big the Restitutionist stuff is meant to look. We have a Restitutionist lecture, which is, you know, 1. We have a shrine, which is 2. They get wall pillars, and then in the last one, they get large shrine. A large shrine looks like it's 3. So I'm gonna plan for this to be 3 wide. I think that's the way we do this. To me, that makes the most sense. Now, I can also put stairs up theirs. And we could do a second floor as well. The second floor we're going to do in clay just to, you know, save us a little bit of resources. I'll figure out where the windows go in a moment. But I feel like it's the right look. Game, stop trying to make me build pillars in ridiculous places. Fluff the reference. Now you don't want to miss a thing. Out, out, out. Out, ye damn spots. We're gonna do some limestone block walls as well. Because there is that, what is it? The Restitutionist wall hanging? Church of Restitution wall, a golden plaque. That's Oak Brethren. That's Oak Brethren. And altars. Oh, yeah. Well, we're definitely going to want a couple altars. Those are 1x1s, so. I think let's just do that. That way we can have like cool wooden beams as well, which will look nice. Are they needed? No, but they look pretty neat. We're gonna go clay floor, mostly because we haven't unlocked fancy floors, and also because we have a lot of clay. That isn't allowed? That seems like that should be allowed. There is some really weird inconsistency in regards to where I can put these floor pieces right now. I think I'm probably going to put the altars up here. I don't know, man. I guess a limestone block window on that floor would look good. And I tell you what we could do. Oh, no, not limestone. We could do double clay block windows. Because these can be made to look like this. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna make a church, make it look right. Boom. 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 So while I'm on here, that would just be like looking into the inn. That feels like it would be a weird choice. But you know what? It would let in light, which is kind of important. No windows on the ground floor. The ground floor is for candles. All right. That's gonna keep them busy. We're also gonna do a clay roof. But settlers are exhausted. Research points are available. Is this roof? This is roof. Yeah, I think clay shingle roof. Now, I'm really curious if they're going to be able to reach that. I'm hoping via that second floor they will. But that is a mega construction project for us right now. And then we'll have a little graveyard out back. We'll do the little pyre shrine over here. Next to the lake. If we wanted to, we could actually like fill in and put the pyre shrine in the middle of the lake. I don't hate that idea, but I do hate messing with this lake at all. Settlers are starving. Why? You're currently eating food. Nobody should be starving. Nobody should be exhausted. I guess unless we're all still trying to get over that whole war that just happened, which is maybe what's going on. I guess I could allow that. He's exhausted. He's also asleep. It's a bit foolish. And I guess after this, yeah, I'd probably like redoing this little battlement. Could be nice. Building it into like a proper tower. I think just like one extra level. But then also probably... I like the idea of the Merlins actually sticking out. Looking over. Intellectual renown is increasing in the region. Captive laborers move about freely performing tasks assigned to them in the overview panel. Keep their spirits up to minimize escape, although their shackles mean they won't get far. Huh. That's pretty cool. All these graves need to be for enemies. Probably a good idea to get all these, you know, corpses out of town before they start stinking up the place. It's a beautiful new day. Also, I've never really, like, fixed these roofs. To see if there was, like, a better way to make this look. I'm not sure that there is. All kind of a bit messy. Yeah, like it doesn't really work sometimes when you use a different vibe here. Like obviously that's not connecting. So it doesn't really look right. So I probably just don't want to think about it too much. Technically the rain will still fall off. This is coming along surprisingly fast. Gareth gets 11 points of tailoring. Corpses just strewn all over the city. The other thing I'd love to do with our clay bricks is start building a path. Though, I don't know, maybe limestone is the better option for that. Like uncut limestone. I'm starting to feel like we have an awful lot of stuff around right now. Not a lot of haulers, you know? Hang the prisoner. His group was trying to eat the newest settler. Yeah, but... So everybody is like in their skivvies. Because we have no clothing. Jareth is working on it. Yeah, okay. So he is working on it, and there is shirts and stuff being made. That is some good news. Chio is constructing instead of smithing. But I have a lot of smiths. I have a lot of constructors, sorry. I don't have a lot of smiths. Uh-oh, Jesting Jester with the mysterious gift. It's booze. No, it's vinegar. It's vinegar that's so far away, though. Decomposes never. lightning strike. Ooh, look at all this. Wild rabbits? Wild pheasants? Dude, can we hunt some of this stuff? There is a boar over here, but boars tend to be a bit dangerous. That lightning cracked down just outside the walls. Thankfully, it is close enough to the walls that everyone is like, we are going to go put that out immediately. Scary. I'm really glad we have this pond here. This is making fires a lot less extremely dangerous. Order some potatoes, make some cloth from sacks. Well, it's just that Jareth is a bit of a slow tailor. He's doing his best. No vinegar. What a terrible thing to have happen. Ah, heat wave. I noticed that Paul is exhausted a lot. Is there a reason for this? Sleep depletion speed, 30%. Sleep recovery speed, 50%. Paul, I think you need to be biphasic. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna try that out for him. See how he feels about it. Now, I could get armor 3 and just start making plate mail, but that seems kind of foolish. I am curious about making more longbows, because damn if those longbows don't slap. High walls and sieges. And like, I mostly have archers. Gate, ornate gate, metal trap. Or I need 20 for those. I need 10 theses here to get this religious structure. Maybe, yeah, let's actually do this. We're building a church. Let's build it correctly. We'll go all in. We had that loot stash that just expired. And we had a bunch of the tier 3 tech come out of that. So it's very, very nice. Decipherman, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of trees these guys got to cut down in order to get all this built. So not the worst problem. Dismantle 50 items. Nothing wasted. I don't know how I feel about the clay on top of the limestone. Fire. Fire? Well, that seems like a pretty isolated incident. Question. Tall grass. What I need is like a manage tab to say like, hey, any tall grass on the map that's ripe, please harvest. There's little itty bitty mod things that I really, really miss from like RimWorld. Zone control being a big one. Like being able to say, please, you settlers only stay in this zone. Vaniti, the marksman, is now level 15. Out hunting, I guess that pheasant. I have no idea how we are on food. Mixed? Okay, I was unfortunately kind of right with this ice box. It's not going to do anything inside. It is for making ice and then bringing it in. Which I don't know. I guess then you just say default stockpile and you say ice. Which I'm assuming is ice block. All right. We should have a lot of wood from all of this as well. Fermenting, merchant structure, barrels. I have a cow, but it is a male cow, so I don't think it's going to make milk. I don't know that I want to try making milk out of whatever that cow is going to give me. What is this? Scales. Okay, and a market cross. I guess this ends up becoming the market eventually. It's a bit too tight down here. Still all this coal we have to dig up. But I guess not until we work through all that pile. Boy, you got a lot of flimsy looking caps in here. You've got sturdy summer clothes and they're just laying outside. What is in here? Material, textiles, leather. Here is material, textiles, everything. So I don't really need this stockpile. They should all just be able to go on those shelves. I think I should build more of these armor racks. I think you can use shelves at an angle. We're gonna find out. Now, we do have like all these heaters on. 23 degrees, 22 degrees. There's no easy way to just like select them all, because if you build them in different types, like the clay block ones are different than the iron ones, are different than the yada 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 ones. This guy can always stay on low material, low intensity. Also occurred to me that all these guys might be using sticks. Might be using wood instead of sticks. Hunting again when the wolf kills you? Listen, you're hunting bunny rabbits, okay? You're not hunting wolves. You're hunting pheasants and bunny rabbits. No boars, no wolves, no grizzly bears. Deer would be nice. Honestly, all these boars would be nice. But I'm not even going to hunt a polecat. Can't risk it. Do we bury any of these corpses? No. Did they all just turn to bones? Yes? Huh. These are huge piles of bones. Should we dig like a mausoleum underneath this for the church? Obviously. Obviously. Maybe one of these should be a downstairs and one should be an upstairs. Darth! I see that lightning strike. Were you crack-a-booming me? Okay. Far away. Got the strikes from killing me. He's safe unless he wants to bash. I mean, it's always useful. What is Christy doing? Convalescing. Why are you wounded? You're not wounded. Why are you convalescing? Because it's too hot. Oh no, is that why? Degrees. Moderate heat stroke. Minor heat stroke. Well, I'm not sure what to tell you guys. You shouldn't be getting heat stroke in 24-degree weather. 21 degrees outside and they're all getting heat stroke? What are you, babies? Come on. I think maybe I'll just put a door here. And then... yeah. We'll build a secret graveyard under this hill. That's what we're gonna do. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Boom. Religious structures number 3. Unlock 25 research items. Large restitutionist shrine, limestone, and 5 gold ingots. Apparently I have that. I don't have enough limestone for it, but I'm going to set that up. Then I'm going to build a lectern here. And then I'm not going to build any of the chairs until this place is done. But I'm going to build all the chairs out of stone. Because I'm a monster. You're the hero in this story. Must be my relatives. I hate hot. That's fair. We could use stone stools. What do we have? Stone stools, iron chairs, stone chairs, quality chairs. Well, it's a church, so definitely not quality chairs. Altar shelf. How many gold ingots do we have, dudes? Mysterious gift. Vanity. It's just human leather. It's cattle leather. If somebody decides to haul that, I'd be very surprised. I like how every time you guys give me gifts, it's so far away that I just cannot get to it. Like, it's impossible to use any of these gifts. I do think we're going to have to also dig this so that people can actually get through this pathway. Otherwise, it's just a bit too tight. Oh, this place is going to look nice once it's actually built. I'm going to be very happy. Need some drawbridges to all sides. We don't have drawbridges unlocked, but I do want to start unlocking the defensive stuff. My big priority for today was the inn and the church. And we got the inn done in the last episode, and we're getting this church done now. I'd also like to fix the way all these walls look. The minor picky things, right? And I'm like, oh, gotta get that done. This little thing doesn't matter at all. I better spend a lot of time fixing it. Otherwise, I'll go crazy. Boom. Much nicer. Much better vibe. Oh, I guess we can round the church as well. We might as well. I'm not sure if that necessarily looks nicer, but we're going to give it a shot. Trees, get out of my way. Oop. Oh, those windows look good, though. Oh, my God. What, do you build a limestone window there? You moron. I had a feeling I did that. I'm not sure if we can reach those other sections. I'm also, like, I was going to say, I'm not sure we have enough clay. And I do stand by that. I'm not sure we have enough clay. We'll start finding out pretty soon, but... 2 sheep have arrived. Where? Go to. 1 male. 2 male sheep. I already have a male sheep. Gordo. Oh, I also have a female sheep. Actually, didn't know that. Well, I don't really want more male sheep. You only need 1. 2, I guess, in case of emergencies, but I want to take more female sheep. Newton, hello. Welcome. Why can't I get to that? I can swim across. Basically, this is all steep cliff. So my guys have to go all the way up here to this bridge and then climb up. And then the pathways of the ramps here, the natural ramps, are really, really weird. And this is all heavy cliffs, so to get there is like half a day's journey. At which point they will pick up like 25 leather and bring it back. Generally, I am better off just taking an archer, sending it out, and shooting something. Hunting if I can. Anything that's over here, I don't mind. In fact... I'm going to unforbid some of that clay. Basically, anything that arrives in this section is really easy to get to. Everything that arrives over here is a nightmare. Because this is flat, and that's all mountains. Decorative banners. Entertainment. Defensive structures. I want defensive structures. How is our library doing? I feel like it's got to be getting pretty full. It is getting pretty full. Yeah, we're going to need an expansion there too. Pretty soon. Jeva down here is eating some beets in the prison. Oh, yeah. Also probably get that gold. I forgot. Now that we have terraforming, we can fill in those little gaps. I could build a treasury down here as well. Which we don't really have at the moment. The basement would be the place for that, wouldn't it? It would. Let's... You know what? Let's do it like that. And then I could do like 1, 2, 3, 4 treasure chests. Which we haven't unlocked. It is the merchant structure, is the war chest. For brokerage and similar purposes under lock and key. I don't have access to steel. Which... Honestly, I don't know what we need to make steel. Iron, a flux, and coal would be the traditional method. I guess limestone would count as a flux. Buddy, should we be making steel? That's a good question. That might be a decisive yes. How's our kitchen doing here? We have 7 out of 32 simple meals, 25 out of 250 animal feed. No lavish meals, no pickled vegetables. It is autumn. Alright, we have to start thinking about stockpile. Which I'm going to be honest, is not very good at the moment. I'm a little concerned. I don't have a lot of hay. I don't have a lot of animal feed. I don't have a lot of animals this year, but... Are you already in? You forgot? Newton, you were a sheep, but you did not make it through the first winter. In fact, I don't think any of our animals made it through the first winter. At least none of our penned animals. I don't really have any meat either. Where are you going? Yeah, filling in a little of that soil. Okay. Sure. You're making clay bricks. What's taking up a lot of space up here? I have a handful of these like mechanical components. I have some iron ingots. I have this book that is decomposing, which is very upsetty spaghetti to me. Because that's a super valuable book. So clear all. Textbooks. Very high priority. I don't know why they can't go on bookshelves. Maybe the ornate bookshelf is needed for something like that. Gold pile, animal feed. Decomposes because it's left on the ground. Reserved by a wild wolf. What about if I stored the animal feed down here? Animal feed and hay. That would be maybe a little bit smarter. You've got gold, you've got iron. We actually have quite a bit of gold ingots. I guess we've managed to dig up a fair bit. Yeah, see, this to me is a pretty big problem. We are making animal feed, but the wolves, the wild wolves, keep running into our city, eating it, and then, like, running out. And I didn't realize that was happening. Look, there's another one. Stab him. Get him, boys. Don't let him keep eating that food. Yeah. Hunt 20 wolves. Now we're going to eat that wolf. Yeah, it's funny. We have this like fancy scarecrow, but I guess it doesn't keep away wolves. We do have torches out here, which I thought kept away wolves. But I think it just keeps away wolves from like eating your sheep. Cannot be targeted by predators. Truly not clear how that works. I'm gonna take the hay out of here, and I'm gonna try to make it that they only use the fodder. Light armor, flimsy, light armor, flimsy, flimsy, flimsy. I mean, Jareth is working non-stop down here, dudes. He's almost through all the summer clothes. It'll be just in time for winter. Winter clothes. Sturdy light armor. Winter clothes. Winter clothes. Winter clothes. We got a bit of winter clothes. Jareth and Chiu, no longer friends. Terrible conversation. Should really get gates to keep out the riffraff of animals? Yeah. I certainly want to get some. Church of Restitution wall. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I mean, you guys are waiting on clay, but I guess while you're waiting on clay, you're waiting on significant amounts of unprocessed limestone. Mysterious gift. Beer. No. This is the hardest spot to get to. It is literally like, if you thought that was bad, that's like that plus extra. Huge merchant caravan. Are they gonna come to town? They can. They have a path. No, fire. Get out of here, puppy dog. This dog is still not trained. They fail training it every day. It only takes training skill 5. I've set it to train for 2 years and 37 days. Basically, ever since it's been old enough to get trained. And it won't do it. Doesn't want to. Hates the idea. Call me a Kiwi that one time, right? Can't stand Geo. Are they pets with stakes you could use against the wolves? We do have some stick traps, but yeah, they don't really do a lot. If I'm going to be completely honest with you. They've been less than effective. We had 3, but we had to get rid of one because it kept glitching out. Okay, so there's a bit of clay coming in. If this merchant isn't going to come over, then I can't really do much for him. Let's work our way to training and also that portcullis. So that is reinforced door and wooden traps. Metal traps, gates, ornate gates is next. And I tell you what, I'll get this war chest. A little curious what is required to build a treasury. Also, that's kind of funny. I didn't realize this this wooden beam here is actually just like going through this whole area. Don't make it like I'm clicking this stuff and I can't. I'm more likely to seemingly click something above me than I am the thing that I want. Kitchen. Stove, wall, pottery shelf, and a butchering table. Oh my god, okay. I should probably set that up properly. Church. Shrine and a lectern. Chamber needs a bed. Shared chamber. Great hall needs 6 stools. 8 wall banners, decorative shield racks, decorative trophy racks, or decorative weapon racks, and 4 torches, sconces, or braziers. They also must require 50 minimum grid space. Infirmary, prison cell, training room. Treasury requires 3 chests and a cartography table. I probably should have looked at that beforehand then, because that cartography table is literally this entire room. I could make this room bigger. Yeah. I'm gonna think about that. War chests can be used for treasury, are allowed to store 10 coins. Ooh, you're a huge chest. I didn't realize quite how big you'd be. I guess the other thing I will do is just set a default stockpile in here, clear all except for gold? Probably not raw gold. Gold ingots do I want to put in here? Coins. Holy relic. Poo. I guess just coins. That would get them out of here. Give me a bit of room. I have realized I wanted to build like an infirmary off this chapel as well. It could go here. An infirmary / apothecary. I'm really having to find ways to absolutely like hyper min-max my space at the moment. That might honestly just be enough. I might not even need that much, but Let's go with that. It doesn't need to be huge. Yeah, I don't know what this merchant's doing, but he's apparently not coming to town, so... I might need to move that stall. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we need limestone for this. Limestone's coming in. Yeah, we're digging up all the limestone. We have clay cooking in the oven. What are we waiting on here? Clay and fuel. There's some clay coming in. I'll put one of those stacks on urgent haul. Because I would like to finish this. We're working on stone stairs to a little mausoleum down here. Which I guess we're going to go like... I want it to be completely underneath this tower, so... I'm going to try not to dig it out like too much. I think that'll be it. There'll be a little door there, and then... all the rest just in that area. Non-partisan merchant is leaving. Good riddance, I guess. I would have really liked to have traded with you, but you didn't give me much of a chance. All these bones will go downstairs. I'm starting to honestly just think that like I need someone who is a hauler who does nothing but haul. Like I have all these seeds out in the field. I have all this food. All of it needs to move. And I guess my other question is, if this was to become a great hall, which is what it's meant to become. Oh yeah, we need 2 wall pottery shelves in the kitchen. Wall pottery shelf. So we'll slap one there and we'll slap one there. The only 2 spots I could possibly put them. That kitchen is gonna be bustling. And then they said it needed like 8 shelves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a bunch of sconces. So it does need 2 more things in here. It also said like wall banners or decorative structures would be acceptable. They'd look nicer, but I don't have them available right now. So I'm going to put wall pottery right there. And I am going to put room created kitchen. I'm going to put a axe here under the stairs. So stoves and butchering tables now have boost production speed. Excellent. The other thing this needs is a bunch of torches. Great hall, green. 6 chairs or tools, 1 large table, 8 wall banners, decorative shields, decorative trophy racks, or decorative weapon racks. 4 torches. I'm just realizing a lot of those stuff I put on the walls doesn't count. So I'm going to have to dive into that. Candles, sconces, torches, candelabras, or braziers. Twitch torches. What are they under? Furniture? Yeah. Wall torch. I want candles. Candle sconce, wood, iron, gold. Gold? This is saying I don't have iron, and that just can't be right. Those are iron sconces. So I have 1. I need 4. 2, 3. Hup, 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 hup. Hup, 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 hup. Maybe just like right there. And then it has to be 8 shields, weapons, or wall banners. So I have 1, 2. Oh, that's pretty cool. You actually hang the weapons in the weapon racks. And the shields in the shield racks. But I don't have any shields or weapons to hang. Comedy. We got to build additional pylons. I do have these wooden traps, which I wonder a little bit about. Oak Brethren wall decorations and Oak Brethren shrines. We will eventually build an Oak Brethren shrine. Yes! Large Restitutionist shrine and a Restitutionist lecture. And we have all these scrolls. Oh yeah, this place looks cool as hell. So this must count as a room? Ah, almost. It is missing a tiny bit of roof. And also, you can't reach it. I had a feeling that might happen. Just gonna build a little temporary scaffolding up here. That's actually all I need. We can leave that tree. What's nice about digging out this area underneath here for a secret little mortuary is we're also going to be able to use that to fill in this bit of soil that we need. So that'll come along. Now, you said there was no iron? Oh, wow. Typically, just taking a chunk lasts me a really long time. A merchant is arriving, and he's actually going to show up. He's from the Heresy of the Rose, which don't love me. Gobbler. A gorbler. $29 out of 32 simple meals. 175 animal feed. Yes! Okay, we're actually catching up on food. He says at autumn with a completely empty storage. Maybe. This guy. He's got some stuff he wants to trade. Get some bandits on your travels. You have a King of the Kitchen book, a basic research table, a fine cap, a coin mint. Which I guess would allow me to make gold coins out of gold. So this guy's like a tech merchant. He actually only has one thing I want, which is king of the kitchen. I don't want to give you any food. I'd be willing to give you maybe some herbs. I seem to like we have a lot of that. I am actually making milk. I guess because I have sheep. I don't want to give you any of my food. Nor do I want to give you any of this winter clothes. I mean, I have gold. I guess that's a good deal. Now... this stockpile, I'm actually gonna have to place it like out here. Copy, paste. We'll get rid of this one. And this is gonna be called the textbooks. I love you and almost everything you do, but your Americanized bastardization of herbs goes right through me every time you utter it. Herbs or herbs? Honestly, I don't even know how I'm saying it. Sometimes I just say things to get under people's skin. Sometimes it's just to drive people nuts. Because I know that people hate it when people say things certain ways. You say it without the H, herbs. Yeah, I probably do. Now I've just empowered you. I've grown even stronger. You fool. This isn't even my final form. This tall grass down here is also pretty good. We really got to find as much tall grass as we can right now. Gobble it up. Boom. Mercantile renown. Your mercantile renown has increased. Never has commerce been more lucrative, nor such a crowd beat a path to the marketplace. Again, I still don't know how to tell what my renown level is. I know it's how you win the game. But I can't seem to figure out any way to find it. If anybody knows, please tell me. Oh, I guess I could be fishing for food as well. There's a bit of fish down here. It's kind of far, but... a couple of wild pheasants. We got to stock up, man. I'm concerned about winter. I'm big time concerned about winter. He also says brazier instead of brazier. Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely say brazier instead of brazier. Said less than herbs so I can deal with it. I can start talking about the braziers more. We can look at the braziers as often as we need to. We have a lot of them around. Iron braziers, clay brick braziers. I think we can even make some fancy purple ones if we really wanted to. But that's a crazy choice. There is no H in herbs and I'll die on that hill. I mean, you're not going to get an argument out of me. Okay, it does seem like we moved up all this clay. Vinegar. See, like, a lot of this stuff could just be like, all this tallow could be one pile. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. Is all my armor ready? It must be, right? Mail armor. Sturdy. All of you guys got sets of good clothes. I'm not sure why. I'm actually going to edit this and say body armor. Mail. And I'm going to say headgear. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to put in headgear. If they're wearing hats, they're probably not wearing armor. So I'm going to turn off all hats. Because I do believe that's the same spot. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Gio just went and picked up a kettle helmet and a mail armor made out of... Made out of gold? Didn't realize I was going to have to edit that so it wasn't made out of gold, but sure, Chio. Walk around in your gold mail armor. Would you like the crown while you're at it? Here you go. You want to be the king? You're the only one with a shield, after all. Why not? Gold mail armor. You can't even see it properly under your wacky winter clothes. The Golden Bull. Well, I guess that's where all our money went. Let's be honest, I deserve it. I don't know about that. I don't know that anybody deserved that. All right, I really hope this fish works out. Gate. Unlock. Tall gate. Ornate tall gate. How big is gate? Metal trap. Grated door. Did we already have that? Oh, I guess reinforced door is new. Gate. Ornate gate. Ooh. How big is that portcullis? Do I need to reorganize how this is done right now? The portcullis looks like it's 4. The gate is 2. I guess it's 2 and 2 on both sides, so we're building a gate, dudes. It's finally happening. Why, that's overlapping with this stick trap. Let's get rid of them. Plus and Dr. Sean are now friends. They had a wonderful conversation. Glad to hear it. Almost like regional dialects are a thing. Sure, boy, I don't know what you're talking about. We just don't pronounce the H in words up here. Just further proving my point. Forgotten the point. I'm just putting out words that are frustrating. Mysterious gift. Thank you, Beniti. Thank you for all of this. Rugs. Flimsy. I don't want your flimsy rugs. I only want good rugs. One of these days, I'm going to get a gift that's actually what I want. And it's going to be more dubious booze. Annie the polecat has given birth. That's cute. I feel like I have to put a roof on this. Otherwise, it's just not right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Do we put that little lip over it, or do we make it the tall one? I do love this one. It just looks so nice, but I kind of like this like flat curve. You know what? We can always just change it. So, just a thank you to the follow and all the gifts today. My Dutch replaced NATH and D, so it's adorable. If your husband ever loses his accent, I'm shipping him back to the Netherlands. Yes, totally fair. It's very hard to get rid of an accent once you get older. No matter what you do, it's kind of always secretly there. Agent does words wrongs, which now that I think about it is probably why I'm always sabotaging words. Maybe. I do say a lot of words very, very funny, but I am a Newfoundlander, so we do just say things weird. Now, if I put a door here, oh, wicker doors are easier to open. Our chapel is made. Braided door, barn door. That's a half door. Cannot be secured against wandering animals. I'm wondering about putting wicker doors as like internal doors. I'm also wondering whether or not putting a door here is good because it might turn this into a room. Carcasses, I guess. Human. Bones. Medium priority seems fine. Let's go. You know, it's truly a restitutionist church versus the Church of the Oaken Brethren because it's just filled with dead trees. I feel like they really figured that one out. I guess let's go brick. That looks good to me. It looks correct. We're still working on that other layer, but... Heck yeah, dudes. We finally have our church. Now... How much wood do I have? None. How many seats is like too many seats? I mean, how many people live in our colony, I guess is the question. Let's start with that. 16. Is it overkill? Yes. Is this church just like overkill in every single way, though? Absolutely. We got lots of stuff set to dig on out. There is a boar up there. Honestly, I might have Jareth hunt that boar. It always goes really badly for him, but you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny when it happens. I can now also have a chaplain. Ooh. I can now also have church. What do I need for a chaplain, I wonder? And who would be good at that?
It's not overkill. It's barely enough. Build bigger, place the God Emperor.
Oh, good old God Emperor. Emperor? Oh, religious alignment needs to be zealot. Oh, cool. I don't actually think we have anybody who has that. Practicing. You are practicing Oak Brethren. You are... You're practicing Restitution. You're pretty religious, though. Paul. You're also pretty religious. Nobody is that religious. I'm kind of hoping, though, that by building this insanity, things will change. When it is finished, when these clay bricks are done and some of these chairs are built, then we will hold our first sermon, but not until then. So what about all these gold coins? Can they be moved? Should they not be getting moved? You are high gold coins. %50 recruited. Well, we're getting closer. Combat training equipment. Practice targets, practice dummies, archery range, practice dummies, sergeant podium. We don't really have a training ground. I don't know where I would put one. Get rid of this stockyard, maybe. I do think eventually these animals are going to have to live outside. Living inside the walls doesn't feel like it's going to work out long term for them. But there's also so few of them right now. It's different when we had like 16 goats. You know, I have been talking about building up the castle. I don't have the bricks for it right now, but like that library needs more space. Not a lot. You know, I could kind of just set this to book overflow. It is going to need a tier 3 research bench pretty soon. Yeah. Sleepy. Sleepy and cold. Sufferers are cold. Well, you're all out mining in the rain. What do you think was going to happen? Adoy? Like, honestly. Try to clear out some of this stuff. Lot of poop around. This is cool. When it rains, all the animals come over here under the guard tower so that they don't get rained on. Oh, that's cute. Now I want to make a bigger guard tower. So at least they have some shelter. Trying to make sure we have all this hay moved back. Ah, you know what? We did discover we had milk. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We got sheep's milk. I want sheep cheese. Let me just put this in the kitchen that we have all the room for to totally do. Oh, wait. You didn't think this through, Agent? Color me surprised. I could move that smokehouse back outside. Am I going crazy? Did I just lose this here? Where is it? Smokehouse clay. Smokehouse limestone. Stoves. Fermenting station. There it is. Oh my god. Yeah, it would go there. And honestly, having this smokehouse inside doesn't really make any sense. So I think we're going to move that. Also, these guys do not need a restitution shrine here anymore if they have this massive church. Maybe I put it down in the deep dark. Fire. Okay, and a mysterious gift. You've given me the gift of waterfall leather. But you've actually put it in a spot that I might be able to reach. Is it kind of a pain to get to? Yes, but that's not too bad. Why are all you guys asleep out here? Did it hit sleep time o'clock and you were like, we're all passing out in the field? Doesn't seem like the smartest strategy. You too, Dr. Sean. Everybody's going to have a terrible night's sleep if that's the case. It's 6 degrees outside. And it's raining. Oh, you're unhappy? Oh, I'm shocked. You insist. Did all your bedrooms magically get destroyed or something? Nobody sleeps here. Nobody sleeps here. Christy sleeps here. Jareth, Chio, half pint, Christy. This should be Plus's room. This can be Dr. Sean's. Building cannot be reached. Oh. Really? How long has that been going on for? Oh my god. Well, now if I push you all the way down. It's going to block that wall, but also I don't know those chairs are going to be accessible. I don't understand that. That's actually not blocking them. This door is locked to everybody. Well, at least now I know. I was like, it's weird. How have they been using this the whole time? I'm just stunned. It's definitely not the best. You know, they kind of have to jump over the fire pit to get in or like squish around. But you know what, man? I'm okay with that. All this soil is getting filled in for the infirmary. I mean, I guess one of these could stay locked. One of them could stay open. I got a little bit of roof on here. You know what? Maybe that is the right one. It all looks kind of funny to me. 2 sheep have arrived. Are they both domestic sheep? Oh my god. 2 domestic female sheep. That's gonna kick off our sheep production. It's the only problem with these gates. I built these gates so that the goddamn wolves wouldn't just run in and eat all the food. But if I gotta keep the gates open, they're gonna run in and eat all the food. I mean, I did set it up so I'm not storing food out here anymore. So maybe that's enough. Why is this old English herbarium still here? I don't understand. Why is the priority on this so just like wildly incorrect? If that is low priority and the other one is high priority, it should have been moved a long, long time ago. Instead, nothing makes sense to me. So this is going to be the bone zone. Obviously, the dog really likes hanging out down here. To the surprise of basically nobody. I am going to build some cool sarcophagi down here. Wood, stone. Ooh, they're big. 3. Maybe not. We'll think about it. It's underground, so, you know, we can do things. We can make it like lower levels. Ooh. Little prayer work going on over here. You guys are cold out there. The church is done. The church is technically done. I did want to put in some... They're not called shrines. Brethren idols. Restitution shrine. Oh, Brethren shrine. Where are they? Furniture? Altar shelf. Can be used for a reliquary chapel. Stores a holy relic. Huh. I kind of had this thought about putting 2 altar shelves up here. And then, you know, some fences. Though now I'm not so sure about that. Can make a second layer of gates? Yeah. Oh, I don't love this. One is open in, one is open out. Oh, okay, there we go. It's fixable. Thank God. I was like, that's not how gates work. The security on this is terrible. Well, winter is coming. I have a big pile of hay, and I do have a lot of animal feed. Do I have a lot of human feed? Not really. I've got a fair bit of stew, but it does also all maybe appear to be rotting. Maybe 2 shelves of stew is too much for the size of our colony. Keep it up, Paul. This church is a mess. It's just full of saplings. Dude, Bluebell lives in the bone zone. She's like, I'm so happy down here. I can't wait till this place is full of bones. I can speak to ghosts. Stew is decomposed, yeah. See, that's not what you want to hear coming in here. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to hunt this pig. Let's see how it goes. Beniti the second. Are you good with this bow? You got a 15. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You did not do a lot of damage. Did we learn how to make longbows? No, we haven't. Uh-oh, but needs. You're gonna need some help. Paul's no good. Chio. I mean, I didn't get you that gold armor for nothing. Get up here, homie. Yeah, hunt him down with a sword. That's one way to deal with a pig. Damn. He got charged there? Took out half his HP. Almost instantly. Guy's like, I'm bleeding all over the church. Let me get this milk from this cow. Sheep cow. Oh, life is hard. I got gored by a pig. Be really cool if anybody would ever pick up the seeds and put them on the shelf. I genuinely am at the point where I'm like, okay, we need a hauler. And I don't know who it is. It might be Dr. Sean. He's good at construction, but he's not really good at anything else. You know who's even worse at things is Chio, but I guess he is my smith, technically. Yeah, like you're in here all day smithing. I guess light armor counts as tailoring. So what you're telling me is that Chio's not even doing anything. He's making clay. And refueling stuff. Admittedly, that's an important job. I mean, it seems like his job is hauling. I think I just need more people. You know what I really need? I need Bluebell to figure out how to haul things. A pack of wild dogs has appeared. Unfortunately, they are all ferocious and hostile, which is a real shame, because if I could train those dogs, I could have an army of dogs. Could do a lot with an army of dogs. Oh, my other torches disappeared here. Because I broke that wall. Eating away your food and wearing all your best armor, right? Yeah, there's all these things. Like, you just had a job that was like, go pick up that limestone and then try to make bricks out of it. Which is like something that needs to be done, but isn't really something I'd consider a huge priority. I do need to make some heat in this church. Iron braziers seem like the obvious choice. It's a big space to heat. I really want them to like to clear this out. I'm so sad that the church is like so ugly because it's just full of wood. Settlers are exhausted. Go to bed. Ein Troll sleeps in the kitchen. Does he? On top of a pile of bones. It's pretty badass. It's pretty sociopath at the same time, but I'll allow it. Yeah, like there's all these bones around the city and nobody's able to haul them either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 8 settlers? Yeah, so for the longest time, someone has not had a room. And I'm not sure where to put them. Gio and Beniti are friends, but the conversation was something like, hey, Beniti, remember that time I saved you from the little piglet? It's an adorable little piglets. You know what I could do? Build a staircase. Thunder. Ooh, 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 ooh. No? Yes? Pretty far away. And a gift. Beer. You know what? I'll allow it. It's a journey, but it is pretty good compared to everybody else. Paul is immediately like, let's go. Let's go. There's beer down there. Go, 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 go. Oh, yeah. I'm not even hauling it back, baby. Okay, look. Look. If you're going to do that, If you're gonna come down here and have a beer, at least grab the rest of it for everybody else. Really, it's the least you could do. You're a pheasant. Let's hunt you. There is a pack of wolves out here, but not really keen on hunting them. I'd rather hunt the more peaceful things that don't murder me. We are one book off getting longbows. Also, I should probably keep an eye on where those dogs are. So, I generally feel like, yeah, anything that's up on that mountain is just not... They're never going to come down. Got the extra mile myself for beer if I had to leave in the medieval times. I mean, yeah, legit. I cannot blame you. Now, I can blame you for not storing that beer underground. No, actually, it turns out I can't. I'd like some more storage options. But I don't think they exist. Distilling, painting, chemistry, shields, armorer, library, bells and war tables, incendiary ammo, merchant structures, market cross, crossbows, statues, steel, infirmary beds, and rugs. One, two, three, four. Beniti, why are you bleeding? No, you just have a bruised nose. So, I no longer need short bows, but I do want longbows. I don't know why I would take a stave sling over a longbow. Let's do up like 4 of these. And like minimum 10 carpentry. Actually, I'm just going to say half pint does it. He's the carpenter. That's his job. He's out cutting down trees. Okay, it's almost harvesting season. And by that, I mean it is harvesting season. It's almost winter. There's a pack of wolves outside my walls, but for once, they don't seem to be coming in. I don't know if it's because maybe I moved all the animal food, you know. Yeah, see, that's another annoying thing here. This guy is producing, so again, he could have carried more clay. And instead, he opted to just grab the amount of clay he needed. Christy, I'm gonna have you stop what you're doing and go tend to his wounds. I am also seeing more helmets be equipped now. I thought we turned hats off. You're also wearing a gambeson. You should be able to wear mail. Light armor, light armor. And honestly, all my archers should be able to start wearing armor. So, we're going to do another one called Archers. These wear only sturdy. For headgear, you are wear light helmets. And I want to say probably that's it. For body armor, you are allowed to wear light armor or gambesons. And that's it. Now, you are a soldier, not an archer. You know who is an archer is Jareth, so I'm going to start you first. Auto-equipping. Now, he put on the armor. Would he also put on a hat? Can't tell. All those human skin helmets. Like, I have a bunch of great helms. I'd like it if maybe some of my soldiers were wearing them. See, I think I'm probably going to turn light helms off for the soldiers. Just to see if we can get maybe it switched up a little bit. Kettle helmets. Yeah, we do have chests and stuff as well. We don't really have like a lot of armor options at the moment. We have mail and light. And we don't really have enough leather to be making most stuff either. I don't know how you make stuff out of bone. Doesn't really seem like it's an option for the player to do that. Crossbows would be pretty cool. But we have longbows, so I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to do swords and then shields next. Because right now, all of our melee guys are just wearing spears, which are like, you know, they're okay. But they're significantly worse than short swords. Lots of praying going on in the chapel. It's nice to see everybody go up there. I do also want to walk on like the apothecary and the infirmary beds, but lavish meal has decomposed on the stockpile. Yeah, I love seeing that. That rules. Good and flimsy. You are wearing sturdy. Vanini, you seem to like hunting, so I'm going to have you equip that good bow. Oh. You guys are good enough to use a good bow. Interesting. Oh. A bird. I couldn't really do anything because I didn't have the feast room ready, but I'm still sad he's gone. Settlers are idle. I find that very difficult to believe. Actually, you're pretty bad at everything. But, what are you, not haul? Actually, yes. That is correct. You don't haul. A mysterious gift. It's salt. I'd love to get it, but it's in basically an unreachable location. It's funny how much the game insists on giving me these like terrible gift locations. Stuff I can't really do that much with. Well, at least our church is ready. We're getting to the point now where I think we can start gearing up and maybe prepping for bandit camps. Honestly. Could pick up combat training equipment. I mean, I can make bucklers. I have some maces and stuff. I don't really need weapons. You know what? I do need some shields. I have a sturdy shield and a mace. What's your melee? 6. And you? 3. One, 9. Oh, that's just because you are always getting in fights, though. 3, 1, 0. You're actually 8. But again, you're also a good archer. All right, Dakshan, I'm going to give you one-handed and a shield. Maybe drop that spear. Let's see what you go pick up. He grabbed a sturdy buckler and a sturdy mace. And then he went back to bed. So I think maybe I need to make another mail armor and mail helmet. And I actually think I need like an armory and training area. Sounds like a skill issue. I mean, you might not be wrong. This little picnic area is not needed, though I do like it. I like that people have an option to eat outside. Sturdy kettle helmet. I am realizing that... Are you drunk? We're giving you beer? Oh, we're giving you... Yeah, we are. Wow. That's a pretty good prison. There is no more room for books. That'd be really cool if I could select the one thing I'm trying to select here. No? Here we go. Sure, let's put a wall bookshelf directly over that open flame. I gotta put them everywhere that I possibly can right now. Can I squish one in there? I'll allow it. I won't do one behind, but at least that one, technically those two shelves would be accessible. Damn, this library is crammed. It would have more room if I allowed it to come all the way out to here. And then build the armory up top. And then I don't know where the treasury goes. How many limestone blocks do you think we have? 200. Well, that's definitely not enough to build an entire other floor on this castle. I can tell you that much. But I am going to unlock combat equipment. A new settler. Ostia grasps. Would we grant them respite? 15 animal handling. 6 melee. She's also super religious. 10 settlers. You were an apostle of Glenrafon. Oh my god. Are you capable of being a chaplain? Did I just get a priest? No! You're an oak, brethren. I did get a priest, but for the wrong church. The wrong kid died. You prefer ranged combat. Well, unfortunately, your marksmanship is not very good. You're really bad at jailing. As are you. As are you. As are you. As are you. Did you come with a bow? I guess you did. Or you went and robbed one right away. You're pretty bad at construction. You're really good at fishing, though. You're okay at growing. You are good at animal husbandry, which is something we always need more of. You're a terrible cook. You're generally pretty bad at these things. Congratulations, you're going to be my dedicated hauler. You're also like really bad at ranged combat, right? You have 3 at ranged and 6 at melee. So I tell you what, you're also not going to hunt. And I'm going to set you up with armor. Put you on aggressive. I think that'll be better. All of your gear you came with. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make you drop all of it. I'm going to make another set of mail armor for you as well. Not enough beds. That is very true, actually. That's very true and not immediately solvable. I have 2 people now who don't have beds. If only I had some sort of inn. I could expand this. All the way out. And add in like 2 more rooms, maybe 3. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I could technically add in 3 more rooms to this inn. But I don't love the idea. I also feel like this beam should not be over this open fire, but Like, I really like the, how that open fire works there right now. That it is. Got that breeze up to those things. Oswitha has converted to a zealot. Is that even more religious? Yes. They require an Oak Brethren shrine or temple for religious observance. Well, man, obviously we got to get that going now. Like, that's going to be their job. There'll be a druid. They need their own private chamber. They need to be a zealot, which they are. Experts in land-based philosophy and the old gods, druids spend their community role-appointed hours meditating with any settler who enter the Oak Brethren shrine. They also make sacrifices and lead ritual events. They need a temple or sanctuary. They are suffering from the cold. Well, maybe don't go out here then. Nick, what are you leaving for me? Poop? Coal. Fortunately, something I am not short of. Okay, so the Oak Brethren need a temple. And we need to put a second floor onto this. Somebody also, like, desperately needs to patch her up. And Mona really says hi. How many Mona appearances did you miss? She only came in once earlier today, so. You found a bug on how to create fires. When you put down a brazier and cancel the building immediately, a fire appears. Didn't see it, or I missed you reacting to it? Oh, that's very fun. Can it please stop raining so I can lightning strike? I guess it's cold out. Perfect timing, right? She must have heard you. Heard you talking about her. Hey, Momo. Hi. Mona's like, I'm confused. Dudes, where am I going to put an Oak Brethren temple? The armory is pretty obvious. We'll build up the castle another floor. You know, I think that works pretty soundly. I do feel like I should finish the roof on that inn. I should also probably turn to shingles. I suppose if I was to move the pastures outside the walls, I could put an Oak Brethren temple over there. And it would be near all the farming. Almost wintertime, Moni. Are you sleeping in the bone zone? That's dark. That's dark as hell. But I respect it. I bet you're cold in there. No? You guys are cold in the church, though. Which feels like you shouldn't be. 17 degrees. I'm gonna put these on high intensity. I feel like a lot of people are spending time in the church. I see. It's like 23 degrees over there, but it's only like 5 degrees on the other side of the church. But now that I turn those up, it's going to warm up a bit. People should always be able to find warmth in the church. So, you guys can't figure out how to wear armor to save your lives. Where are all the graves up here? I mean, the fences keep out wild animals, so I could... Build something here? I could build the Temple of the Wild Brethren out the walls. Oh, that would be a real... That'd be a real classist move. But I kind of like it. I mean, I could even actually just extend this wall to come up here. And then build it in here and give them access to the lake and through here. It would be a lot more of a journey, though. I like the idea that the Oak Brethren have something on the edge of town because, you know, I can put more trees out there. It can feel more foresty. It does not solve my bed issue. This is a lot of ash. Good gambeson. Sturdy gambeson. Winter clothes superior. You're wearing light armor. Will you go put on that gambeson? I think you will. Alright, I'm going to do that then. She's not wearing literally anything right now. I feel like she broke. Okay, I need to build up houses is what I need to do. So the blacksmith, I could add a second layer on here and just make it rooms. Could literally have it accessible from the back. That would be made out of clay. Again, I don't really have enough of. I have 159 clay and 213 limestone. And not a lot of wood. Kind of thinking like I need to plant a bunch of trees out here. Right now I have no intention of building anything out here. Yet. But with the way this farming season has gone, things might change. I love that we're starting to see paths develop, like the path to the quarry, the path over here. Okay, this is actually full of seeds. It does seem like, I don't know what happened, but eventually all the hauling got done. And this homie is so stocked on iron, he doesn't know what to do with himself. Paul, you're not the one doing that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Everyone is pretty bad at smithing, so we need this lady, which would be a third person we don't have a bedroom for, unless I guess technically if she got recruited 93%, I could slap another bed down here and make this not a prison, make it a temporary shelter. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the second floor of the tailor shop into storage and the second floor of the blacksmith into, like, a flop house. Yeah. I think that's got to be our tactic. Those are our two biggest issues right now, is beds and bad storage situations. You have decorative banners? You do. Hold on. Decorative linen banners, decorative wool. The linen's pretty cheap. Boom. I think that makes a great haul. I might be wrong. Sergeant's Podium, training room. Archery range, practice dummy. I mean, I guess I could just put these like up here right now. That is very fitting. It's not quite a room so much, but, you know, it's a spot to start the training. Practice target, practice dummy. Produced in the sewing station and the Boyer's table. Are they needed for these things? Room created, great hall. Construct a great hall. These have to be made out of hay. All right, well, we'll make 3 of them. And I'll make 2 of them. And we can now hold feasts with birds. We don't have a bird, but they come by and visit pretty often. We could feed people rotting vegetables and beer. Oh man, I obviously want to do this right away. Is it possible to make anybody a bird? What do we need to become a bird? Speechcraft of 5? That's it. That's all you need? You got 16. You got 9. 3, 0, 9, 7. Dr. Sean and Eintroll are the 2 best guys for this. Eintroll is an erudite and infirm. Dr. Sean is robust, likes sleeping, and is a dullard. He likes ranged combat and combat training. Didn't we have somebody who likes being a bird? This new character? No. Ill-favored. Witchy. Chance to tame animals. Cannibal. And congenial. She's also wearing a sick helmet that she managed to find. Aerosmith wanted to be a bird. Oh, down here. Yes, that is correct. She doesn't have enough speechcraft to do it. Performing at feasts and in the Great Hall during bird appointed hours. The problem is that like everybody hates her. And she's a churl. Though I also low-key love that idea. If we have a bird who's just really angry all the time at everybody. But, I don't know. Infirm and erudite, that actually kind of says bird to me. Storyteller, poet, musician, they weave a tale of heroism, love, and adventure through spellbinding performances. Let's do it. He needs roll duties. Now, there's a question. Because I would think I'd want him doing bird stuff while everyone else is chilling out. I guess we'll see. Let's have a party. We have a bird. We have participants. We have lavish vegetable dishes. Honey glazed vegetables. Stew. We have beer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight beer. Everybody seems like pretty stoked about this. This seems good enough. This might even be overkill on the food. Certainly seems to be the case. Enjoyable. Excellent. So everybody really only wants one dish. Slightly more than one dish. All right, let's do that. Everybody gather for the feast. Ilum Cane! As the old dwarfs say. Yeah, we got all of our banners up. We got the little purple kitty cat. Everybody's in their nice winter drip. Sitting down. It's a big feast. We're all at one table. Even Bluebell is here. We set a second table just for fun. How nice is this? Oh, yeah. Boom. There's your YouTube screenshot. New character. Why aren't you participating in this feast? Which also reminds me, we had a name. Jester. Who's been hanging out giving gifts today? Who's suffering from the cold? Jester is. Well, if you came to that sick feast we had, it wouldn't have been a problem. 100%. We're entertained by Ein Troll. 660 quality points. So, this gives us a buff. The stench of rot. What is rotting that everybody smells? Entered a church of restitution. Slept in own quarters. Excellent feast. +8. For 8 days? Whoa. So that's going to get us through most of the winter. Now, did we eat all of our food at the same time? Maybe. Missed with your lightning strike. You almost got me. But not quite. Martial training needs to be in a training room. Must have practice dummy, archery range, sergeant's podium. That'll give us the sergeant at arms. Jester is still... Are you bleeding? What's going on here? Deep arm laceration. Can you fix that? Tend to those wounds. There's herbs all over the place. Okay, that worked. Not clear how, but it worked. Yeah, so we do need... I actually need to set practice dummies and marksman targets to until we have to. Because they use them every time they train. It looks like. Space Marines were busy committing heresy. Jester. Ooh, big load of wood. But on the mountain of no return. I hate this mountain. But also, you know, it does mean I don't get gifts. Or perhaps I get a reasonable amount of gifts instead. Everybody's working away. Mail armor. My cellar flooded. Please don't tell me it's my actual cellar. Oh, it's the bone zone. You know what? That's fine. That was one of the other reasons I was worried about putting a door there, because I thought it would flood. Can I keep this open? And will that stop it from flooding? I'm only going to store bones in here, so... It being flooded is not the worst idea. Impressed by the size of that wood. Am I ever? Well, we've had our feast. We have our church all set up with a polecat asleep inside of it. The church actually looks pretty good, if I can say so myself. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. We got stuff on the walls. It probably needs a bit more zhuzhing up. But we can work on that. We can make it look a little bit nicer still. We're going to work on a brethren church, especially because we can have a chaplain. We're going to work on a crash pad on the second floor of this blacksmith. We're going to work on an actual storage place to deal with all of our clothing and armor and everything else there. And then we are going to eventually get an armory. We're going to need a lot of stone for that, though. But we're going to do that all tomorrow in the next episode. So you have to tune back in. That's all the time we got for today. I'm going to go play some Dungeons and Dragons. Have a great day.